everybody, welcome to the road to Knoxville today. Plenty on the program, as per usual. We're going to check out an incredible speedway collection down in Sydney, Australia with Brian Linigan. We're going to go to an iconic eating spot in Knoxville. When you come here, you've got to go to a place called Mr. C's. And I spoke to Brady and Ziziana. I always said that wrong. I just call it Z Bacon, the little Bacon family. So that's what's coming up on today's show. Let's go to get some breakfast. Sitting here in one of the most iconic eating places in Knoxville. Amazing. This is Mr. C's. I'm sitting here with the Krug man. Just spin the menu around and show people. What's that look like that? That's better. And there is the legend of Mr. C's restaurant is on the back here as well. A bit of light reading if you want to just read that in your own time. And there's probably the best part about this place in particular. It's spelt wrong on the family restaurant. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that. Did you notice that? How restaurant is spelt on the menu? Did you see that? It's not quite spelt. Unless you spell it differently to me. Restaurant.
No, look at the back.
Yeah.
Look at the back.
Yeah.
You spell it right in the back.
Oh, we found a glitch. Look at that. And now look at it there.
You didn't know that, did you?
You didn't even notice that. See, the staff didn't even notice that.
These are the original 1900 menus, too. The original one.
So how old is this place, Krug?
Good question, Maggie.
How old is this place, Maggie?
Like 53 years, 52 maybe?
52 years.
Maggie, come in here for a second. We need to say who we're talking to.
Yes.
Because otherwise
and we'll
we just...
explain who this is, too.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So this is Maggie Levitt, brother of Brian Levitt, one of our 360 drivers here, rookie this year,
She's
also
famous.
a waitress here. She's very famous, and she's wearing a Sam Hafer team shirt. Your brother would be a champion.
I know.
No kidding.
So how do we spell your last name?
How do I spell it?
Yeah.
Leavitt.
So like Eddie?
Eddie Levitt's, yeah, that's granddad.
My grandpa.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, see?
Your brother's okay, but your granddad's a legend. He's like a badass.
Right.
Right? Now that's a great
Two
name.
generations of Sprintcar drivers, of course, in the vehicle, so
Brian's on his way though.
Is he?
Yep.
Okay.
he'll get there.
So what's it like working at the legendary Mr. C's? Because it's kind of a rite of passage in this town, isn't it?
Yep. It's pretty fun. I like it. I like the people.
Well, clearly, I mean, you get great customers, right? Friendly, great people that talk.
So many stories, I imagine, too, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Have you ever been starstruck in here? Have you ever gone, oh my God, that's Carl Larson, oh my God, that's Jeff Gordon, or something like that? So who makes you go, wow? Like, oh, it's Kris Krug.
That's a given.
Yeah, Kris Krug. No, yeah, I've seen Kyle Larson here before. Tony Stewart.
Yep.
Ryan Brown comes in quite a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of regular.
Yeah.
Should mention too that Maggie is one of our producers for Dirt Vision at Knoxville Raceway as well every Saturday night.
You're a busy girl.
Doing the graphics this year, first time in the booth.
So you're Dirt Vision at night and Mr. C's during the day.
Yep.
Busy girl.
Very.
This is a very cool place. I'm going to get Michael to take on a bit of a tour around here and check out some of the folks and some of the photos on the wall. Thanks, Maggie.
Thank you.
Her granddad's a badass. 8011. Wow, he was super cool. All right, Michael, grab this thing, go for a bit of a walk around, and hopefully no one punches you.
Yep. So just looking at the date over on the wall there. 5th of August.
Thank you, man. Yeah, very pretty eyes. Blue shirts with this. I bet you do. Mum or dad give you those? So if you think that bacon's good, you want to check out the Bacon family that we caught up with earlier. If there's a cute little family on the road, I don't know that I have seen them. These would be the Bacons. This is little Linley. Over the back is Levany, and somewhere appearing shortly will be Lowry. How on earth do you keep these kids entertained on the road?
Well, luckily, you know, it's kind of like a family on the road, so Levany is getting kind of old enough. She'll be like, I'm going over to the USAC trailer, I'm going over to so-and-so's trailer, and they kind of, you know, make their little visits to each kind of t-shirt trailer, depending on what series we're racing with. And, you know, they kind of know the routine a little bit and like to visit a lot of people, so
Yeah.
we get to talk to a lot of people. Oh, popsicle.
And everybody knows you guys, so I guess you have people that you genuinely trust with your children, you know?
Yeah, and even if, I mean, the people that are at the races are typically good, you know, wholesome, trustworthy people. Lowry rode his bike into the bathroom yesterday, and I couldn't find him, and I was like, "There's some boy, you know, riding a bike."
Yeah, in the toilet.
Oh yeah, he just went in there.
In a few minutes. I would say that it like really takes a village. Like there's so many people that help us, and
Yeah.
if I've got a line at my trailer and the kids pop out of the trailer, like I've had a couple people bring Lowry back to my trailer because he was like going out the front gate, but they like, everybody knows where they belong and help out. And one time we couldn't find him and I was looking everywhere and he's just standing at the fence for hot laps at Lawrenceville.
Yeah, hot laps is his big thing. As soon as he hears cars, he wants to go watch.
Gone.
Wow.
So, but like I'm so thankful and appreciative for everybody that helps us and on the road and friends, and you know, they'll go to one trailer for a few minutes and it might give me a break to go to the bathroom or have a drink of something, or you know, helps entertain them, and they, you know, everything's more fun when it's not in your trailer.
Yeah.
Or when it's not your toys, or it's not your, you know, I've got crayons and markers and papers, but
it's not the same
not
as
as fun if it's
crayons
not,
and markers and papers in someone else.
The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence.
like climbing in the vehicle.
So how did you guys meet?
Kind of a stereotypical story. I was racing for Casey Kane, and I won a race at USAC sprint car race at Winchester, and she was a trophy girl. So.
Did you see her before you were at the podium, or were you like?
Yeah, I saw her before the race happened, and I wasn't, you know, known for pavement, my pavement prowess. So I guess it was kind of meant to be for me to win that race because I beat him, you know, won by a good margin.
And so, you know, was there that sort of electricity a little bit on the podium? Was it like, hey?
And not until later, like the track like historian or guys, I was like, so, you know, how did you get the trophy girl's number? And he introduced me to her, and then I was like, okay, I'll put your number in my phone. And she's like, you're not gonna be able to spell it. I'll put it in there.
Yeah. Can you please spell it so I can understand it too?
Xiaxianna.
Wow. And just B-R-A-D-Y.
Yeah. And bacon, just like the food.
Yeah.
That's what bacon? Yeah, bacon.
Yeah. Well, it's America's most popular food.
Yeah.
Were you a race fan at all, Z?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
it's like kind of the, you know, like homecoming queen type thing to be the Miss Winchester for the town.
Nice. So what did you think of him when you first sort of met him then, Z? Was he all sweaty and, you know, didn't smell nice?
I wasn't really interested, but he was persistent within the next couple weeks, and we finally went on a date.
It's exactly like the Sheldon and Zan story, because Zan said she didn't want to be a race driver boy. She's like, I don't want one of those race driver boys.
Yeah.
And so now, I mean, Z, your entire life is racing.
Yeah.
Did you ever foresee that? You know, if I told you, 10 years ago, by the way, you're going to fall in love with a race car driver and spend your life on the road chasing racing, you would have said?
I wouldn't have thought that. I never thought I would have like a real job. I never felt like that was me, like a 9-to-5 normal real job. But it's pretty cool. We get to see a lot of things, do a lot of things, work a lot in between. So it's not as easy as a lot of people think.
But at the same time, you know, we're like, oh, it's so busy. We get some time off, and then we're home for like 3 weeks with nothing going on. And we're like, okay, that's enough.
Well, I mean, simple things like having family pictures, they take a long time to happen because you just don't get consistent time for those things like normal families do you?
No.
No.
And like here right now, like her first birthday is next month, and we've been home 3 days since June 26th.
Wow.
So like yesterday, I took a couple of pictures of her in her little 1-year outfit so I can get her invitations printed sometime within the next couple of days because they got to be sent out.
Yeah, and getting, like, we get stuff shipped to the Hall of Fame or, you know, kind of.
Oh, yeah, you need an address.
We actually get junk mail at the Hall of Fame now. We've had so much stuff shipped.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on our Amazon account. The Hall of Fame's address is one of our shipping addresses on there.
With your work, and it's work, Brady, it's not like someone has a normal job. They get up every day. The environment is basically the same. You could be an electrician and you go to work, you get a consistent pay packet. Someone doesn't drive in and crash you out of doing your job. You don't get a flat tire on the way that stops you doing your job.
Rained out.
And there's another one. So you can think it's glamorous and wow, how cool and all that sort of stuff, but so many factors affect your livelihood out of your control.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fickle business as well. You think, have a good stretch, driving for a car owner, like in the traditional sense, you could just be fired, or they decide they don't want to race, or someone gets a divorce, or someone passes away.
Yeah.
Anything. So, you can be from the top to the bottom in the blink of an eye, but we kind of wanted a little more control, so we own our own equipment and things like that, and have a group of people that help us, and it takes there's tons and tons and tons of people that make it possible for us to do what we do, and we're appreciative of all of them, and it's not easy to get that one big money sponsor or person, and then even if you did, they could be gone the next year, so
yeah.
And a lot of people that support us were close to, have a really close relationship with and friendship with, and
lots of aunts and uncles, or grandmas and grandpas.
Yep. T-shirt design must be a constant challenge because everyone's doing something different every year. The fans have literally, I would say 1,000 different T-shirt designs they could choose from any team and the racetrack. How do you come up with something new or different that stands out so people want to buy it, whether you win or lose?
Yeah.
That's another challenge for you, right?
Yeah, we kind of have a style that people kind of know us for. Bright.
Yep.
We have bright stuff.
The tie-dye stuff obviously
Clean.
is
tie-dye and clean, not too busy, or
Yep.
the design itself. And we've learned bright race cars make good t-shirts. So when I had all black race cars, just happened to be the 3 or 4 different cars that I drove were all black and red or whatever, and it's really hard to make.
It hurt our t-shirt
sales that year.
Really?
You just can't make as near as good of a t-shirt with it. And then we have this 5th year now, we had a hiatus there, but the 69 Mean Green car's the brightest car in the country, so it makes it a little easier.
And it's a great mean green, the whole
and
thing.
It's it's kind of an iconic car.
Where did your love of wrestling come from? Was just a kid growing up watching it on TV?
Yeah, I actually used to I actually watched the stuff that was older than me. I'd go stay at my grandparents' house, and we had a video store, and I'd go get old wrestling tapes. So that's the Macho Man. That's what I used to watch.
Hulk Hogan sort of stuff.
Hogan, Ric Flair, and then
Andre the Giant.
So I used to, and after the races, we kind of
it's
party.
not so much like he does.
I do a Macho Man impression,
in person,
especially with some liquid courage. And I do an elbow drop off of a bunk onto somebody, and then they kind of start joking, calling me the Macho Man, and then it kind of And then I did the flex and when I won, and then so
that's good.
Kids really like it. I have kids come and flex with me and take pictures, and then Brady Bacon is an easy name for kids to. No kid ever calls me Brady.
So
Brady Bacon.
Yes.
So that's cool. And I was one of those kids once, going to Steve Kinser's trailer. Or, have a picture of me sitting in a tire, Carl Kinser's holding me. So just to see that, in someone else, the joy or whatever, seeing a race, and it's pretty cool. And then my son, seeing him, he saw Donnie Shots on Dirt Vision or something. We were up in the suite, and he went crazy. I love Donnie Shots. And then we don't even race with him very much, but he's picked it up somewhere. So just that racing, I think, is kind of a unique. You get to meet the stars. You get to meet Tom Brady, or you can meet Sheldon Haudenschild or Brad Sweet.
See, he's a very good dad. From what and you know what, Brady, it's cool that you're a great race car driver, but I would say that what Z would be most proud of is the way you are with your children, because just watching, what we've been doing the pictures, He's one of them. He's
is.
very engaged.
He's fun. Goofy
Yeah.
and fun, and he's the one that's
Yeah,
wrestling on the ground.
Yeah, I didn't have any siblings. I was an only child.
Ah,
You know, I had really good friends and stuff. And
just a single rasher of bacon.
But I, you know, like even like before we had kids, like nieces, nephews, I was always the one on the, you know, they were climbing on me on the couch. Because I never really got that when I was little as much.
Yeah.
I was more always with older people, which
Yeah.
I think had a lot, you know, helped, you know, shape my personality and things like that. But I kind of like to mess around, you know, as much as I can. Get that out of your mouth. That's a baby.
So now I'm going to talk about your beautiful wife. She's got so much style, Brady. You know, she does. I mean, that's what I look at her. I mean, she always looks immaculate. You know, I love when she goes away on holidays, the way she, with the girls at vacations, she carries herself really beautifully. Z has got so much style. And in a world where everything's loud and dirty and noisy, and
Yeah.
she's kind of like an oasis, you know?
Yeah, and that somehow she finds time to be that way because there's not time, you know. You know, it's always go. There's not really any free time, and she always makes sure the kids, you know, look nice. If it was up to me, they'd all look like pigpens. So glad she's in charge of that, and she makes me change my clothes sometimes. So. Yeah, she's
Put a collar on, Brady.
beautiful, you know, and to, you know, see all the kids and them after the races. That's one of the highlights of my night when they kind of roll up on the golf cart after, because it doesn't matter if you won or ran 20th. You know, they're excited to be there. Lowry always asks, "You win, Dad? You win?" No, not tonight.
Dad win? Not tonight. Or like if he's in second or leading, like then like Leaveney's really getting into like cheering for him because she likes to go. She gets to go to victory lane.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little and hey, she's been to Victory Lane a bit this year, mate.
Yeah.
You've had a heck of a year.
Yeah, really good year, especially in the non-ring stuff. We won the big race here at Knoxville and had a really good sprint week. We started off the year slow, and I take care of the 69 stuff at my shop, and you know, it's more of a, you know, you really have to work hard. If you're struggling, it's kind of falls back on me and my guys, and we really worked hard and made some changes, and it's really all that much more gratifying when you kind of grind it out and figure it out and kind of reap the benefits.
I said to James McFadden last night, "Hey mate, you're doing so well, like we're all so proud of you, and you know, you must be really thrilled." And he's like, "Now there's just pressure to keep it rolling."
Yeah.
It's like it's a never-ending thing. It's not like, well, yeah, we've won 3 or 4 now, I can relax. It's actually the opposite, right? Then you got to keep the momentum rolling.
Yeah, somewhat. It's all that, you know, if you're running mediocre and you run 5th or 6th, you know, you're okay with it. And then when you win, you know, if you might have won 2 or 3 in a row and you run 6th, you're like, you know, really bummed about it. So there's always pressure to keep it going.
Yeah, there's huge contrasts in our sport, isn't there? Highs and lows.
Yeah, and then also everyone involved with the team has different, you know, expectations.
Yeah.
Either they just want to be involved, or they want to win, or they want to, you know, there's a lot of things. So running bad for a very extended amount of time, the pressure gets turned up pretty quick.
I love your little family. It's always, you know, you have your little motorhome right opposite the back of the bleachers, and the party lights are always there. These little guys are always running crazy. There's usually gummy bears. There's always great music. There's usually some good steak as well, as a general rule.
Hey, get over here, boy.
It's so good to catch up with you. Thank you so much for your time and being on the road to
No,
Knoxville.
man, you can't do it.
Can you do them?
No, he's not going to do it.
I bet it. What if you want popsicle?
What if I put a popsicle, you want to do it?
And you get to push your own cart, and you get to push your own cart.
You better do the macho, man.
Watch it, show.
Was that
Do it
it?
again.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
It's time for a popsicle. Yay! When you come to Knoxville, that is absolutely one of the places that you should check out immediately, and give yourself a couple of hours because it's absolutely incredible in there. Lacey and Bill Dubb and all the team in there will absolutely look after you. You know, back in Australia, there's a guy that loves to collect Speedway memorabilia. His name is Brian Linigan, and his house and his property is just amazing. This is just some of the incredible scaled down collection of Brian Linigan. A lot of it has ended up at Mad Harry Delamont's down in Young as well, but some of the memories on these cars, the Tatnall Wedge, known because of that at the back. Skip Jackson, of course. So many people drove for Brian. This is so cool. The Steve Brazier number 58. Just some of these amazing old photos and honour boards, and have a look down here, this way cool photo of Max Dumsney when he was Australian NASCAR champion. The big 58 of the Steamer. Now, if you look over in this corner here, this particular car, you can see some of the names that have driven this. Tony Stewart, Leland McSpadden, Kellyanne Melinda, and Stephen Graham, who went on to become the winningest speed car driver in Parramatta City Raceway history. And there's so much history. This is just one small part of Brian's collection, and down the back, hiding down the back, are all the magazines in boxes. Now the Brad Doty thing is very interesting too, because Brian was instrumental in helping us get Brad Doty in January '99 down to Australia for his first trip with us. And down the back, in amongst all this, is his dad, Skinny Linigan's sidecar. You got to get that out one day, Brian.
Yeah, I will wait. That Easy Hillenberg's tail there, I brought that home from America.
Oh wow, yeah, didn't even see that up there.
Signed by Andy, and that's Gary Breeze's first ever Australian title half tail.
Wow.
That's the daughter's 25 tail. That one of there is originally off one of my first ever cars. Also laying there is the Skip Jackson tail when Skip drove for Sid Moore and Barry Lewis in America.
So this is just part of it. Let me show you the rest. Everywhere you go through a different door, there's something more amazing to find. Look at this. Wow. The Sid Middlemas number 54 and the Bonza Special 2. What an incredible bar. Scare him Sid used to wheel this thing, Brian?
Yeah, he does. He
Still does?
Still does.
How old is he now?
He's 89. He's 90 this birthday coming.
And he still drives this demonstration times. We'll just put inverted commas. What's the story with the Bonza Special 2?
Well, the Bonza Special 2 was built by George Bonza, and that car never ever raced.
Really?
The car was built, and George was always building that car for Gary Rush to drive. And unfortunately, George passed away, and all George's collection went to auction, and that car was in the auction, and we got that car and put it back to a little V8 60. And it's got a Don Mackay V8 60 in it. The actual motor is all Edelbrock.
Is that right?
This motor is worth the squids, as you can read on the heads and the manifold, all Edelbrock.
Yeah, wow.
It's makes about 138 horsepower. out of America. And the other little V8 60 that come out of America was called an Eddie Meyer. And Eddie Meyer's in the other car that we've, of Frank St. Brewer, which is up in Bathurst at the moment still. And he's got an Eddie Meyer V8 60 in it.
Some iconic speedways there. Now this is really, every room is really cool here. Just some of the things that he collects. Apart from that Holden banners up there in the window, can't do much about that, I suppose. All the old Bowsers. But back here, something very cool in terms of Brad Doty, Brian. Wow.
Yeah, this was a wheelchair and a motorised one, and myself and Steve Fortune and a few other people got it all tripped up and made it for Brad when he came out here to Australia. And we took the Newcastle Motordrome a lot and things, and Brad drove up and down the main street of Parramatta City Raceway at the time and things like that. But we've had it. I should donate it to Wendy Turner. She always wanted it.
Remember when we drove over a silent policeman on the road and Brad was like, what was that? Yeah. And we're like, it's called a silent policeman. That was a really cool touch, Brian, for allowed Brad to get around and be able to travel around the infield of Newcastle and Parramatta. Super cool. This is just amazing. It's just endless. The old mowers. Look at this. Copy of the Middlemas car that we just saw. The old helmets. Mount Canyon written on the side of this. Just bang my head on something above me. Penny farthings. Old John Deere toys. And little 50 quads. Satan Brewer, little scale down. Wayne Fisher. Kings right here, Richard Petty. And look down here. Now that's super cool. And over here, look at the very young Adam Brand. Several of Adam's performances and video clips over the years have been involving Brian.
Summer in Sydney, Australia will be sweet this Christmas. Get out of the cold, America, and come down under to the 2020 Ultimate Sydney Speed Week and Ultimate Speedway Nationals at Valvoline Raceway, Parramatta. Watch the Big Cat Brad Sweet and Texan Aaron Reitzel, plus several other USA stars take on the Aussies. From December 26 until January 18, we've got more sprint cars, midgets, and late models than you can shake a shrimp at. Can't get there? Get online and watch it live or on demand on clayperview.com.
Because it just never ends. This is remarkable in here. Just remarkable, the pictures. I noticed immediately that Brian's phone's ringing. Dave Blaney. Danny Smith, a very youthful looking. His phone never stops. Yeah, that one, Danny Smith. And the King. That one there is a Frank's photo out of Ohio. The Slammer and the King. Jason Crump and Joey Saldana. George Tatnall. Supercar drivers Greg Murphy and Stephen Richards when they had a skid at Parramatta. This is Gary Rush. Sorry about the reflection. It's also Larry Perkins and Russell Ingle. They had a skid at Parramatta as well. Arguably Brian Linigan's favourite sprint car driver right there. That a fair call?
Yes, that's the greatest call.
Apart from his daughters, of course. The Duke. Well, old Gabe Pilgrims. Yeah, Kelly, she was a great racer. The Gas Girl. Just look at some of the memories here. Just remarkable. Two-gun Tattersall. What a great sketch that is. Wow. Skippy Jackson. Oh wow. There's Brian's brother Bruce as well, who's been an important part of this Linnigan racing family and operation for years, and here's Brian with the girls when they were just brand new. And there's the ranch. That's what it originally, some of Brian's property at Marsden Park looked like. And I think I just saw a photo there. Very youthful Tony Stewart with Brian.
And the photo next to it, where he's Peter Rock sitting in a speed car and waiting for Rio Speedway.
Wow.
That's Peter in that particular car.
Jeez. If these walls could talk, and yet they probably can. Just
Well, we don't know how we put 3 acres into a quarter of an acre at the moment.
Okay, young Braz was there. Kelly at Parramatta.
You know the story about this shot here, Wade? That's embroidered pillow slip.
Is that right?
It's embroidered. So I thought I'd frame it so I didn't have to sleep with it.
Oh, that's look at Steamer. Wow. Steve Kinzer, Rushy, and Steamer. What a photo.
Down the bottom there, there's a nice photo of Steve.
Yeah, Australian champ. Very, very cool.
Now we just flew Australia like this one. Alan Phelps with thongs on. Little city raceway.
That's such a mean painting of Rushy, isn't it? The sketch, just incredible. That sneer. Absolutely one of the iconic artworks. Brian Caneen and Peter Caneen, wow. So good, Brian. Oh yeah, down through the...
Now I guess missing your favourite way over here, I think you're going to interviewing is Ron Sherman.
Sweet.
You walked past.
Yeah, I must have.
He's down the bottom.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The shoe. Wow. As usual, it's always incredible coming to Brian's house. Just everywhere you look, there's something more amazing, including up here. There's a lot of the collectibles. Yeah, right. I would have think he got rid of a lot of his stuff. Look, you see something that you didn't see before. Marsden Park Speedway, Brian.
Yeah. See Benny's idol of wood.
Owner, promoter, Benny's formwork. Wow.
We made most of the models.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 58 car, yeah.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Doesn't end inside. Doesn't everybody have a solo inside their dining room and injection on their table? No, just Brian. Yes, this is his office. Wow, some great old breastplates. And over here, Leland McSpadden. Suit never actually got... Was it worn once, Brian? Or?
Once, I believe.
Leland's gonna love seeing that. The late Billy Sanders. Kelly in the Bendigo car. Yeah, wow. Barry Butterworth. What a great photo that is.
That's an America way.
Wow. Too young. Yeah, there's some of the old property right there. He's still he just loves it. More injection. Ports and some cool Triple X car of Kelly's.
That's the first one ever come to Australia, eh?
Is that right?
Yep, that was built by Tim Gleason, Bruce.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Ran third on its first night at Parramatta.
Is that right?
Yep.
Good looking car. Great paintings too. Everywhere you look. And he's scaled back most of this. That's the crazy bit.